Hello, greetings. I'm back for maybe to again look at the Surah Ahzab verse 52. For the Shias, religious scholars, with due respect, how could we be fooled by this holy prophet? Later on, see what Allama Aka Mehdi Puya has to say. Allah bicharon ko, the companions of the Holy Prophet. So in this verse we are told, now do not enter, like, oh you who believe, enter not the Prophet's houses until leave is given to you, yani permission, for a meal. And then, oh God, so Akka Mehdi Puya says, this verse shows that there was a noticeable dearth of good manners in the companions of the Holy Prophet. Their conduct was annoying and objectionable. Refer to the commentary of Surah Nur, ayat 20. What's this? 271. 271. So, anyhow, it's not even Akka Mehdi Puya's fault. Whose fault is it? You see, because if you look at this verse here, it doesn't say, I mean, please ask yourselves, and I'm not doing this. I may act funny and do some, say some strong things, get angry, upset, agitated, aggravated. But of course, I have the right now. It is justifiable, my behavior. Or maybe it is madness. But this madness came about because I feel so cheated and betrayed. Right? So cheated and betrayed. If you've known what is honesty, what is truthfulness, trustworthiness, and here such strict verses against those who lie against Allah in Surah Araf, and these disbelievers, polytheists, worshipping false gods. I mean, this is ayat 52 of Surah Ahzab. Okay, so if you have like the strict things you're going to ask me, I'm doing this for educational. No, I'm doing this now to save those Shias, poor Shias. You know, Imam Zainal Abidin's followers, our fourth Imam. No one like him. In forgiveness, in giving water to the one who butchered his father on the burning sands of Karbala on 10th of Muharram. And so he was now in the desert and found his father's butcherer, murderer, and killer. So he was thirsty, and this time Imam had water and was in a better position. So he gave his father's qatil, killer, water. He told the Imam, if you know who I am, if you recognize me, you would not give me this water. And Imam Sajjad said that I do recognize you, but I always do good, and that's me. Like seeing someone thirsty, Okay, it's something like this, the narration goes from our Shia accounts, sources. Now look here. So, well, on one hand, I'm trying to jump on this. It is not allowed to you to take women afterwards, nor that you should change them for other wives, though the beauty be pleasing to you. Shias would say, I thought never can. This is for those Muslim companions who, who knew little even how to act properly, a knowing conduct. But although when I used to read this verse, think like that, because there were some hypocrites who were, also companions conspiring against Islam. So they wanted to stay close to Prophet Muhammad. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so, sorry, this is the way it is, my video here. So, on one hand, I thought God was telling the Muslims through the Prophet. But Akapuya says here, Allah commanded the Holy Prophet not to marry any woman after the revelation of this verse. There's another form of deception here. Like we are told the Prophet married for welfare of those women who, the men who fought against him, the disbelievers who fought against Prophet Muhammad. But here it is not saying that now no more, even if you care for the welfare of those adversaries' wives who fight you and you out of defense you kill them. Here it is saying out of welfare you marry the wives of those or daughters of those fathers you have killed. It is saying do not marry. Look at this very clearly. It is saying husna. It is beauty of a woman, feminine beauty. Their beauty please you. Shakir, Pictal, their beauty pleased thee. Yusuf Ali translation, beauty attract thee. So, do you see this? Please, it's very, very difficult. It's been very difficult. Bibi Zainab, Yad kal khair bhi hum, Rabb Kaaba ki kasam, Bande haathon mein rasan. Nadeem Sarwar Noah. Who are we against that lady, Bibi Zainab? एहसास रुलाता है ज़ैनब तेरी गुर्बत का दम खूब भरा बीबी पाई की मोहब्बत का बेटों को फिदा करके नजराना बिजलाई चलता है पता इससे अज़मा ज़ैनब तेरी अज़मत का मांगा भी तो क्या मांगा अकबर ने दमे आखिर अंदाज़ा करे कोई शब्बीर की गुर्बत का So, my dear ones, fooled I'm not blaming the religious scholars, Sayyids or Sheikhs of Shias. Excuse me, I have this bad habit. Oh, so it's very, very heavy on my heart. So hard on my soul. Michael Bolton, so hard on my soul. Missing you now. Ask yourselves, what is this? So I'm not here for a debate or a intense kind of, please bear with me. I sometimes go crazy, insane, and shout and get angry. So you may say, why am I saying you should not shout at me here? Or, please, because as a Muslim Shia, you're secure. I may have offended you in some way. But remember, I myself was a Shia. So, and I did not mind mourning. Grief was in my life. We have to embrace truth. And the realities of life are that everything is temporary, everything fades away. I looked up to Imam Hussain so much so, I admired him so much so, that I wanted to be like him. One day even sacrifice my life to save a life, not to kill disbelievers, even to embrace disbelievers. Because I felt Imam Hussain wanted to save Yazid's army like that, embracing them. But while going to embrace them, he had spears coming towards him and his sons and his nephews. But when I read the Maktal, then I was kind of shocked a little bit. Anyhow, I still clung to this religion, saying it is the best, I choose the best. Even while reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, I decided. So, but yeah, somehow I felt the love for Imam Hussain was now the sacrifice, keeping away from Mrs. Munira Gulzar, relying on the sacred dreams of mine, relying on what Ahl al-Bayt were telling me in my dream. It got to a point where I didn't feel any love for Imam Hussain. And I could not believe 10th Muharram when you see, I could not believe that Miss Shafiqa Fikri, Mrs. Munira Gulzar's sister, this is a personal thing, had passed away. So when I met my grandaunt's daughter from my mother's side, she told me she was there at the Soyam. So I thought they had faked it, my heart, I couldn't believe. So I just left. Then I was told, I was told before or afterwards, there was this Shia, his brother had died or something, he left the body there. First Imam Hussain. So I left Ashura day, went home. I could not stay there. I felt my love and everything was gone from my heart for Imam Hussain. Too long of a sacrifice can make a stone of a heart. Yeats or Keats' poem. So sorry, I cannot check this right now. W.B. Yeats, I think. Okay, back to this. Please have a look at this and ask yourselves what. And so I thought of my Shia's way of reasoning, now since there's no more war, now you are not allowed to marry, or they could, what excuse could they find? What great reason could they give for this verse, that the law has come now, prohibiting the Prophet himself now from marrying, taking wives now, women. And so on this verse, the point, I thought about it. Now, we don't say since, but look at it. So I'm looking at the Shia point of view. What could they tell me? Or, what could that Sayyid Amar say to me here? Dr. Sayyid Amar, sorry. मेरा गीत अमर कर Amar Akbar Anthony. So this is serious. So the Shias have a great reasoning power. And we got it from Imam Ali, the peak of eloquence, Najul Balagha. It is not allowed to you. This is, again, I'm reading this verse 52. Another thing before I forget is something was coming to me earlier. I wanted to come for that, but I didn't. I couldn't. I've been in a shock for the longest time. It's increased. So, I was thinking, if this religion was true religion, then, why not be like what Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji said? Like, if you really love God and your heart is sincere, then whichever path you take to, you really, really love God, whether you make an idol of Him. Let's say you make an idol of Him. But let's not even say that, because that is dangerous. False idol. Let's say there's something here, are signs of God. God Himself has said, the signs are in the horizons and in your own selves. So what if something just, like Saadi said, what if beloved, you look at the face of a beloved, reminds you of Allah, and that face will go away. Maybe I will die before my beloved, maybe the beloved will die before me. Everything will fade away. What if we see our own faces every day in the mirror, and so what if something reminded you here in this temporary life of eternity, like loving someone, and it told you that I wish there was eternity to love you. Forever isn't long enough to love you, right? But then we are told here, for our own good, that this is a debate. This should be under discussion, like to love that one God who is eternal, Advaita, or that God which is before one, even whatever He created, before any creation, any manifestation, because that's the most intelligent thing to do. So I felt that Rasulullah was the most intelligent man in the world ever, telling us to believe in one God, La ilaha illallah. because that would never fade away, not even in a split second. So, to be, but the danger in that, okay, you can, but the sincere ones, if they want to love that God without a face, without any idols break, these words, someone can burn the Quran, if we don't, well, we don't throw away our Qurans, but something, some baby can come and tear it up. It can get damaged in fire or something, accidents, storms, everything fades away. So we can throw our Quran in the sea and all this. So then, this is the most intelligent way of loving God, of worshipping God. This is our, so we all, with sincerity, that is good. But Rasulullah could have said that, could have explained it properly to us, right? Because this is the most intelligent thing to do, detachment, what Buddha taught. And this is life here, samsara. We are in this vicious circle of time-bound life in this world. And we shouldn't get attached to temporary things, and we give too much importance. And the justice of Imam Ali explained in a book I had. So all this is very, very intelligent. But people have now gone on bragging that we believe in one God, and these stupid people, you should never look down on others, because what some Sufis have written about, Moses was sent to this idol worshipper. A narration from the Sufis. So bragging and competing. And if I said Prophet Muhammad was the greatest, doesn't mean most intelligent. That doesn't mean that I go, putting other people down, saying, oh my God, Prophet Muhammad, bragging about Prophet Muhammad, but proclaiming it's different. It's different. We look down on the idol worshippers, then the Sunnis look down on the Shias, then the Shias look down on the Sunnis, but don't kill them. We don't harm them. I was a former Shia, I know. So it got to me, there are certain things like, bragging about one's religion. It's just exploiting this religion and all this. Once you know your religion and God, like Anna and Mr. God, I can't explain this. Like once it is there established in yourself, that faith, you don't have to discuss it with your friends and too much talking about it and bragging about it. My religion, and why do you people do this? And there are manners, etiquettes of having a discussion on religion. This is a serious matter. People have killed, I know, Shias, Muslims, fellow Muslims have killed and hate Shias, some of our practices, but then they even hate not only our practices, but they hate the Shias. Kill them because they're the worst of creatures. There's an ayat on us. We are worse than Jews and Christians. Anyhow, that is not my point of discussion here. And I don't mean to hurt anyone, but I have in this madness. because by hurting someone, by destroying, trying to destroy and hurt someone and harm someone, you can't get your faith in God. This is not the way. किसी का घर, we say in this Urdu, God help me, damaging another person's house, you think you are going to make your own house and you will be happy here temporarily and call yourselves Muslims. This is not so a true prophet or a true, like we say, okay, so I was thinking, like, for example, why did God say every prophet, one prophet for every nation? And it was like in one era, this one prophet for every era. So it wasn't like different, two, four prophets at one time. So then it was like, oh, then this thing came that too many cooks spoil the broth. What is the saying? I've forgotten maybe. So I think it's like this: too many cooks spoil the broth, right? So then I thought India has so many gurus, right? Look at our mind. I mean, the Abrahamic mind, right? Too many. You ask Christians about this, they will tell you too many cooks will spoil the broth, or God knows best. God's ways are mysterious. You ask the Jews. I mean, there were like two prophets at one time. I don't know, in the Bible, maybe. I'm not sure about that. And I haven't even checked. But in Islam, we are told like there was one prophet for each time, just one prophet allocated at a time, right? But the broths in India have not been spoiled in Bharat by too many gurus. And what next is our excuse or great reason, great Abrahamic reason or Islamic reason, then the greatest Shia reason. What's the greatest Shia? Okay, so then don't you think a good person would be lenient enough if, let's suppose if it was lenient, that there was just the freedom to, you can worship God if you like. There's no force, no compulsion in religion. We brag about this to the non-believers. No, our religion is so lenient. One verse from the Quran. There's no compulsion in religion, and there's a Surah Kafirun. For you, your religion, for me, my religion. And maybe, Zahra, you have not seen that verse. Now you see where the mind goes to other verses which are better, but this is like extreme cases. You have to read the Quran in its context, where they kill the disbelievers. Sunni extremists, Orthodox, who hate Shias also kill the Shias. So then, look at this, what thing it has brought about. And he ardently desired. So we used to blame it on the Umayyads, the hypocrites. Quran has given all the description of the hypocrites. When they come to you, they say, we are from you. Sunnis would put it on us that we Shias are the hypocrites. We put it on the Umayyads, and Sunnis are the followers of the Umayyad caliphs. But for us, Imam Hussain gave his 6 months old. So we cannot, just go and kill the Sunnis because we hate them or they have given a bad name. We say they took the haqq of Rasulullah They messed it up in a long time ago on his deathbed. Still, we have so much patience with the followers of Omar, Abu Bakr, Osman. Okay, now back to this again. And they even, Omar wanted to burn or burnt the house of Fatima and injured her when she was pregnant. That was a mistake. One Sunni or Muslim, one Muslim girl, oh, my friend told me, honey, that was a mistake. Yani, chill. But if you say anything to their, they feel it, they are there. Aisha, or in the Quran, Surah Tahrim gives a strong warning to the wives of the Prophet. And they have a double punishment. In the Quran, there's a ayat in Surah Nur, or in the same surah, Surah Ahzab, if they do something wrong, unchaste or something, unrighteous. Okay, so back to this verse, please look at it. Shia, especially the greatest reason givers ever. हम इस दीन के मुहाफिज हैं. We are the protectors, so they call themselves. हम respect and good with good manners we protect this religion. Ehtaram se, not by killing and all this. Okay, so even if a Sunni comes and tells me something against my own Shia religion, Islam, I'm not supposed to be rude or something like that. May we be good akhlaq, soft-hearted, caring. This is our prayer, and may we answer in the most best way, best advisors, sincere advisors. You know, we are told Imam Mahdi, sincere advisor in one of his ziyarat. You gave sincere advice to even your enemies. If an enemy comes and asks for advice, you're not supposed to deceive or, be dishonest with them. You're supposed to give them your sincere advice. This was Shia Islam for me. Okay, so can you see this? Verse 52 in Surah Ahzab. It is not allowed to you to take women afterwards, nor that you should change them for other wives, though their beauty be pleasing to you. See what Shaitan has right now done? I was reading this ayat and I really didn't feel that my concentration went away. Except, so what was it I was trying to say? See? So there is evil. It is not allowed, what we must see. It is not allowed to you to take women afterwards, nor that you should change them for other wives, though their beauty be pleasing. Yusuf Ali, it is not lawful for thee. Now, can we ask ourselves why? Why haven't we asked ourselves why this one? Allama Aka Mehdi Puya doesn't give a. He says, although his followers are prohibited to marry more than 4 women, see commentary of Nisa 3. But mutta, temporary marriage, is allowed in addition to 4 wives. See commentary of Nisa, verse 24. Sorry, it's verse 24. Why did I read 241 here? Okay, maybe I wasn't properly. Verse 24, it's not 241. This is a bracket. So sorry, I correct myself. I apologize. It is not lawful for thee to marry more women. After this. After what? So I have Akapuya is not, so I have to go to Allama Tabatabai exegesis, Imam's narrations on this. After what? Nor to change them. And it's, see, he got married to Zainab bin Josh. Thou mayst defer the turn of Allah knows the prevention of their grief. This one, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Shias have a good reason for this from the narrations of our Imams. It is not lawful now. First, it was lawful. You can marry as many women as you like. You can take as many wives as you like. But after this, it is not. After this, it is not lawful for thee, for you, Prophet Muhammad. Allah commanded the Holy Prophet. Okay, now besides that verse, Surah Nur, Ayat 37, Ayat 33, consent of slave girls for prostitution. Besides this ayat above, verse 37, I'm not going up there. I've already spoken about this, how we've missed out. Why? Why after this? This meaning what? Maybe a war? Now maybe we are told he's not having any wars. Islam has conquered. Okay, Islam has conquered disbelief and polytheism, the false gods and goddesses. So, and the Kaaba was made by Abraham and Ishmael. So, excuse me. After this, it is not Allah, but you can still, but the beauty be, even though the beauty, yani you say what the Shia say, what the Sunni Muslims say, that he married because he cared for the welfare of the, and he gave them a position high. They became mothers of the believers. Poor Zaid. You are saying, Allah is saying on one hand that they cannot know, they are not your real sons. So they don't get inheritance, they don't get your name. But here again, he's made mothers of believers, his wives. Anyways, Prophet Muhammad, so marrying Prophet Muhammad, you became the mothers of the faithful, Ummul Mu'mineen. Zaid, you became the mother of Zaid too. Zaid, your brother, can be your brother or your friend now, not your son. Oh, how ये रिश्ते कैसे बदलते हैं ना जाने कैसे. There's an Indian song, very good for this. पल में बदल जाते हैं ये दुनिया के बदलते रिश्ते. At least something that you take from the heart. The pagans, when they said अपनी ज़बान के ऐसे थे, ये हम लोग नहीं बोल सकते हैं, that they were man of his words. अगर उधर से अल्लामा रशीद तुराबी had said a majlis, gnosis, he went deep into Imam Ali's, like the imamat's power that Allah had given him. If Imam said, this biological daughter of yours, like if an Imam comes now and tells me that you are not the daughter of Abdul Hussein, you are not the daughter. He's not my father anymore. If Imam, because, in Surah Nuh ayat, God told Nuh, oh sorry, in some surah, not Surah Nuh, about Prophet Noah, God told him that this son of yours who has betaken himself on the mountain is not your son, who did not listen to the command of the Lord. He's not your family. Meaning he's not your son, he's not your son. So from there, Allama Rashid Turabi may have taken it that God had given this power now to Imams of our time, successors of Prophet Muhammad, the true. So they can say that if this, right? They can say this with the power of God. But these pagan leaders were terrible, despicable, nonsensical. So please, I'm still contemplating, maybe some reason will come from the Shia side. It is not lawful for thee to marry more women. After what? After this. Why? Nor to change them for other wives. He was changing? Even though their beauty attract thee. Yusuf Ali, translation of verse 52 of Surah Ahzab 33. Surah. Please ask yourselves, this is not, I'm trying to, please shake this. So can you see we could have been deceived so deeply by Prophet Muhammad? Can you see this or do you not see it? Well, I'll be looking at this. I'll continue later. For now, if there's anything more, a good prophet, a true prophet would say, take any way, but Baba, get to one God. Even if there is one God, just get to that one God and save yourselves. All these gods that you have made and say they are in time, they are not God. God is timeless. So how do we reach that one God and we will become time? So duality comes in, problem of duality. So I have all these contradictions. Either God has to be in us, there should be no distance between me and God. So do you see the problem of duality, like the problem of evil? Okay, I read about the problem of evil from my own religion. Online I searched for it, and they have a good reason and what Imam Hassan has said. But right now, I guess this is enough. Please contemplate on this. Last time I said shake it off. Shake Islam off, whether Shia, Sunni, Muslim. Yes, I did say this now. Like it's either now or never. How foolish, how stupid can we be? How long will we take? Isn't this enough? Haven't we been misled? See, it does not say do not marry them for their welfare, to help them, because now they've been widowed. You killed, like we were told that, oh, these poor widows, their husbands were killed, their fathers were killed, and Prophet Muhammad, the mercy, he like lowered his wings of mercy upon them, embracing them, taking them in wedlock, making them mothers of the believers. But it doesn't say like this here in this verse. It says even, and the Arabic word is husna, like Husn, beauty. It's so clear here. How could my big, honest alims who have bled for Imam Hussein, for Imam Sajjad, for Bibi Zainab, how could we miss this? This verse here. 1400 years. So many alims, they used to kill the Shias. Saddam Hussein used to kill, or his father. They used to kill Sayyids, I'm told, Shia Sayyids, and then just bury them like on the wall, standing like that, just cemented. This is their hatred for Shias, Sayyids, Ale Rasulullah. So, my goodness, please open your eyes and see. And also, again, I'm repeating myself, like you could, there's one Allah, and if you like a personal God, or you want to have, I will talk about this later. Right now, words are not coming properly. I wish I had come when the thought was in my mind. I was pondering over this matter. What is like, this thing of like Sri Ravi Shankar ji told, I just read it online somewhere. An Iranian leader, someone asked him, what is the truth? And he said, the truth, there are many ways to truth, many paths. Why not be tolerant like that? And those sincere ones will get it. Even in Islam, if you are insincere, you believe in one God, you will not get it. So Sri Ravi Shankar ji, like this is the way, gently, what was it? An Iranian asked him, I think a leader, or bringing peace to Iraq, articles to Iran for quake relief. What is the true path? What is the truth or true path, let's say, if I can get it. No, no, I can't find it here on Google search engine. Okay, thank you. I think we can contemplate on this. Beauty pleases you, not their welfare. Those widows. So the marriage, out of question now that he married them for their good, to protect them. And also, like, I'll just haphazardly, unprofessionally putting it. I'm not a good talker, actually, or a teacher, or you explainer. So I'm trying my best. I'm struggling with words. Anyhow, I think, I hope I got my point through. So I'll continue if I have to about this, again, pondering over it. Let's see, Shia reason. Thank you so much.